September 9, 2025. And now it have come to this news on television. I watch the news every morning and then in the evening once. I don't follow what's going on in the society so much, but I need to know what's going on in the society anyway, but not be involved in it. This morning did it come in the news that I was talking about, I think it was in the last episode, about that I saw when I check out the churches in my birthplace, that's birth city, and I saw LDS Mormon church wasn't close to it. It was not much going on there. And then I check out the Lutheran church, and I saw that I was talking about last episode that I find out that they are looking for pastors and other people that should be involved in the church. And that is it's a weakness in that way in the society, that someone false pastor should come there and talking to people in the wrong ways. But but it can also be, it's coming people that only talking about the past and not about the future, what God wanting to be in the future, and only hold it into the Bible, what it says there, and not the Third Testament that I am in because of the Spirit are talking to me. And that's what it is, the third. Everything, every good thing is three. And it was in the news about, there was over the whole Sweden, was it that it was hard to get pastors educated in a Lutheran church, believe. And I don't know. I don't know. I am a human, and it's only when I hear from the Spirit I can tell about the future. But in myself I can't. I don't know anything about the future more than all other of us human, that I don't know 1 second from now. I only get it from the spirit world, from God, because God allowed the Spirit to come here. It's not God that I'm talking most of the time. It's spirits that talking to me most of the time, but they have to go through God to could talk to me. And it's already a spirit that touched me now. And then I can't talk from myself. and but I have done that. I admit it, and then most of it is wrong, because I'm thinking as a human, thinking like the world do, or this planet doing. I, I, I don't talk so much in the spirit way. It's only when the spirit's coming, like someone is coming now. And it was two things in the news. It was this about it's hard to find pastors, because Lutheran Church, to be educated to be pastor, I think it can be 5 years. And I have, when I come back from United States, I was over 50 years old. I was applying to go to the school to be a pastor in a Lutheran church, but they told me I was too old to be educated in the school. So I couldn't do that. I had to go for, in the first place, that God have appointed me, took me to be his daughter in the year 2000, and in the second place that I am a pastor, ordained pastor in the United States, and there is not this education like in Sweden. I don't know the Lutheran Church how it is in United States, but to be out of Lutheran Church, be a free church. There was 8 pastors, bishops, these things, titles that say that I was on my way to. They say I was okay to be ordained pastor because of what I was preaching and what I have done under God, and that was like for me today is it like I was not even half done when I got to be the title of ordained pastor, and I didn't pay for it to be ordained pastor. I have not there is paper you can get to be a bishop, pastors, leader for the church in the United States only by paying it. There is some bad churches activity that never ask God if it's right. They only want the money. And that was for me because the church where I got this ordained pastor, that church was selling titles. But I never pay for my titles. It was they were going together and agree that I was a pastor, but then I go out from that church organization because they were money hungry, and that's why they spread out the titles of pastors. But for me, I never pay for to be a pastor, ordained pastor. They did discuss about me and say yes. So I got my paper when I was back in Sweden. I got the paper in the mail, and so they have nothing with money to do. But I didn't like that they were money hungry, so I left. But it's as an ordained pastor, that is for a lifetime. It is not that you close and walk away from it. I have that for a lifetime. But that doesn't mean anything for me, that paper. What I am a pastor, or I am not a pastor, I am a prophet, and that's come from God only, and not the human. So some people have say that to me, that I am not a real pastor, but they are telling me those people are from Sweden and Norway and maybe Denmark also. It's only here in the Nordic countries they say like that, because they think that to hear from God you need to go in the education for 5 years, university studies 5 years. And there were no time for me to do that, as I was already 48 years old when God came to me, and then I was over 50 when I come back to Sweden. I had no, and I was homeless in Sweden in 11 years. So I have nothing to stand on when it comes to worldly things. I had to stand on what God telling me, but not in the society. I was nothing. I was zero in the society. And I have told you that I get funds money because I'm poor, and because I have not looking for money in that way. I need to have a little more money because I'm disabled now and start to be old. Need to find my place here on earth, to wait like a waiting room for God to come and take me home to my real home. And so it was one more news today, and that is very, very sad. But I have talking about that also, about this. They have changed here in Sweden that about the rules, not the law, but the rules, how to get another gender, transsexual, trans people, it's not every trans or transsexual. That I know because I have been in psychology for people about the sexual questions that I have done for many years before God came. And I know very much about sexuality. And so there is some people only feel that they should have uh, carry clothes of the other gender and feel free when they do that in a psychology way, and they can be together with the opposite gender, and like a woman, a man that have become a woman can still be married to a woman because it have not with the sexuality to do. And so it's this psychology, mental illness, that they are confused in their gender. And I have talking about that some episode is about this that I are talking about. He touched me now, the spirit. He is coming very much now. So I'm wondering what he or she, the spirit have no gender. So I don't know if it's a woman or a man that is coming through. He's showing me a hand, and I know that. I tell you what he is saying to me, that I have to be careful in my talking about this subject, because it's very sensitive for some people that have this confusing in their gender, that I can cause them to. He's saying that to me, or she is saying that to me, that it can be a suicide if you talk in the wrong way. It's very sensitive, this subject, and I don't want you to make a suicide, because it's against God, and that will be hard for you to come into heaven when you make a suicide. But God knows also where you are coming from. But it is this that I think is inside me, the spirit. So I'm talking more in the spirit now. It is I get a headache also. This is a real big problem in the spirit way, because this spirit is telling me that he was that once here when he lived here on earth, and he struggled very much of that. The society in his time, they didn't understood at all. And it was like, he say that he's very much in me now. And he's saying that it in the past it caused very much suicide. It caused a mental problem more than this confusing in the gender. It caused more a mental illness. And it caused murdering, killing. He is saying this, spirit. It's not me that is saying this. I say what he is saying, but I am not saying that. But he tell me this, that it's like a Munchausen syndrome thing, that put someone else into that situation. That's what he talking about, of killing a murderer, to place your own confusing and live in mental distress, and that cause you to make this coming over to another person, and a young person, and that is in a way that it's a killing. It can be physical or mental killing, that this other person will be the same, confusing, or that it will be a killing of the body. He killed that person because he see himself in that person. This is what the spirit are telling me. It's not what I have thinking about, but he tell me deeper things about this subject. It's now in the rules here in Sweden and in some other countries also, they can be as young as 16 years old. 16 years old to get a surgery to go in to be another gender than what they have been born with. And there is a pastor here in Sweden that have done that. It was a man, but he is a woman now. And but you can see that many times on them, that they have still that outgoing things. Adam's apple, we call it in Sweden. But many times they have scarves to not show it, or something, hide it. And it is very young when they start to be this confusing in the gender. And I tell you, life here on earth is not a smooth thing. Most of people have some problems in their lives. Not it's the problem doesn't need to be that about the gender. It can be they are disabled, they are shy, these things, and what the spirit are telling you this, that is this, you have to understand that this confusing about the gender is because you have been born once again. You have been that gender that you want to be in, that you were in the life before this life. This is the spirit. It's a spirit thing. It's that you feel that, and I can tell you from myself that I thought that I wanted to be a man, but I was born a woman, and in secret, I had my brother's clothes on, and my lesbian friend, she cut my hair to be short, so I was very much into this, that I thought to be a man should be much better. And then I come to understand that when God come. But before that, it come this higher priest from heaven, and he told me about my childhood. And he also healed me from to wanting to be a man. And after that, I tried to be a woman so much. I tried to be in female clothes, try to be a female, but I have failed the whole time, and that is confusing for people I meet, because I have done some videos. I have talked about this before, but for you that is new in my podcast, I tell you that I did some videos and talking about UFO, and then I got some mail from people that say that I was a man, that I was transgender. They say that to me, and now I got to understand it. Now I got a little knowledge from this spirit that they were already told me that I have been a man before, and they saw like the shadow of a man in me when I was talking in the video. So that was already said, but I didn't got it confirmed until the spirit have coming and talked to me about it. That so it's like the spirit world have make me remember some of my other. I have been born 6 times before, and I have been a man. in those 6 times. But this 7th time, I am a woman. And so the spirit, he went out from me now, and I see his hand, and he say, you can talk on your own now. And it was this that the spirit have told me about this, that and showed me that in the year 2000 I was in God's throne room, and he reached down to me and from his throne and appointed me, make me be his daughter. And I understand now that why I am a woman in my 7th life here on earth, because it was already a son for God, and it have to be a woman next time. And that's why I was born to as a woman. And because there was on the right side there was already a place, and I don't know, I maybe was on the right side before, and then I am on the left side now in God's throne, and I sit there with God, and it started to make me think about this, that when I was in the throne room in the hypnosis, the right side fall off me, and was only the left side there that was whole. And that maybe had to do with that I be born as a woman, because the right side fall off me, like men have failed God, and now it's it time for a woman to be there, and the right side of my body was whole, but the right side, the man's side, was gone in year 2000. And it was because I started to train me to be a woman after that, without knowing why. I only felt that I wanted to be a woman, and but it have failed, because I am still very much man in me, even if I am a woman. So that is a struggling we have in our life, that it's not a smooth life we are granted to be in from God. There is a test on us, and God, why he sent down the devil to earth, it was that the devil tried to get us, and we need to be strong. We need to not walk in the wrong direction. We need to fight against it. If you are born a man, you are a man. For God is you a man and not a woman. If you are a woman, if you are born woman, you are a woman in God's eyes, and not a man. It's the devil that have lied for you. And I have told you about the tattoo also. That's the devil. The devil showing the sign that he have taken over the world today. And this with a church that have no pastors. Because people, they're in the same time that they say that the church, the Lutheran church, has hard with their pastors here in Sweden. In the same time, they say that young people are looking for a deeper relationship with God, but they can't. It seems like they can't find it in Lutheran church because they don't want to educate them to be a pastor in a Lutheran church. It's a confusing time we live in today. And it's only a message from heaven that don't change your gender. You need to be strong. You should not fail and walk over to the devil's side by changing the gender. If you feel like mental issues with the gender, there is many things you can do instead than to be in a surgery and change your gender. And that does, and I tell you of experience of meeting people that have been transgender. They love me, so I have had these people on me very much before God come. And I tell you, the surgery to make you to be the other gender, it isn't the key to happiness. It is many of those that have changed their gender have make suicide because they have realized that why did I do this? Why did I change my gender? Because I didn't get any happiness. I didn't get any partner in my life. I'm still maybe an ugly person in that way that people see me. And they make suicide about it. So if you believe in God, if you believe there is an afterlife that see what you are doing and hear what you are saying, don't do that. Don't do that. Try to fight against the devil in the gender that you were born to be in. Amen. Thank you for listening. God bless you.